Welcome back. Joining me this morning is financial advisor Derieck Hodges from Anchor Pointe Walth Management. And the new year brought on some new financial regulations that may have an impact on your retirement and taxation. So we're going to talk all about those things and what you need to know. So Derieck, first and foremost, to start, give us a broad view of the changes folks need to know about when it comes to their retirement.
Okay, so one of the big ones that we talk a lot about are those Roth IRAs and Roth 401ks. Yeah. We love these. Now, one of the things that is part of retirement planning is the government, with all the tax benefits they give us with retirement plans, they then have a rule that says you have to start taking money out of your retirement plans when you get to a certain age. That starts usually around age 73.
Yeah.
That applies to IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, all those kind of plans, and it also included Roth 401ks. The new regulation says it doesn't. And you may be thinking, Derieck, I need that money anyway, so why does that matter? You always want to think in terms of you want choice and control. And the waiving of those required minimum distributions is really powerful because you don't want the government to tell you how much you need to take out of your accounts when you retire. You want to be in charge of that.
Right, most definitely. You know, when it comes to retirement, are these offered, all of these offered by employers?
Yes, some of the new provisions, you're going to have to talk to your 401k custodian to see if they have all of these things kind of baked in.
Yeah.
The government kind of pushes these things through, and sometimes they get pushed through pretty suddenly, and it takes some time for these custodians to get their systems upgraded. But I suspect most of these things, certainly the required minimum distribution rule, that's absolutely will be with every plan. Some of the others might take a while to get implemented.
So it's good to just find out from your own company, your own employer,
that's right,
what they do. And obviously tax season is literally right around the corner, and so folks will be getting ready to file those taxes. Are there any changes? What changes are going on this year?
Yeah, so for 2024 taxes, okay, so this is where it's always confusing. Right now we're all filing our taxes, but that's for 2023.
Right.
For 2024, the tax brackets have actually been adjusted. Now, not the tax rates, but you know, you and I have been talking for the last couple of years about inflation and how bad that is. Here's actually a good repercussion for inflation. The brackets have adjusted upward, so that means you need to make more money to get into those higher tax brackets.
Okay.
So that's kind of a positive change. Additionally, now we're starting to see contribution limits for retirement plans, health savings accounts, flexible spending accounts, those all increasing as well, and that's a powerful tool.
Yeah, most definitely. And then healthcare, is there anything that we need to know when it comes to healthcare?
Well, I'm a massive proponent of those health savings accounts. So if you have a high deductible health plan and it's eligible for an HSA, I would argue that's probably one of the greatest tax benefits in the tax code. It's a great way to put money away to save for those deductibles and co-pays.
Yeah, that's definitely smart. And then is there anywhere that folks can go to find out more about all of this? I hear that you might have a blog.
Yes, on our Anchor Pointe website, we have a couple different resource areas on there. We have a media section, and we have a blog under there, and then we have a resource tab where we put all kinds of generic financial topics out there. And so all of the things that we talked about today, and pretty much everything that we ever talk about in these segments, is out there. So
that, you know, if people are wanting to learn a little bit more, just get a refresher, they can go ahead and go to your blog. And so what was your website again?
It's anchorpointewealth.com.
Perfect, and point with an E.
Point with an E.
Perfect. Well, Derieck, thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday. It's always lovely having you. We hope you learned a little bit more about your retirement and what that looks like for you and those taxes, because, hey, tax season is just around the corner, like I had said. We'll be back in just a bit.